In this class, we will discuss the basic HTML tags. So the first one, so I will discuss a tag called as ABR. So this tag is used to define abbreviated text. We will see one simple example. Let us say, for example, here is a window which is divided into two parts, header region and body region. So here I have to display a simple output like this: Dr. Ravi. For example, I want to display a text like this: Dr. Ravi. So how can you display this text by using a tag in HTML? So first, let us say, for example, I have to write a tag like this: HTML/HTML, which indicates the starting of the HTML page, and /HTML indicates ending of the web page. So in this, I am taking a tag called as body, ending tag body. So here the text Ravi should be displayed as a normal text, and here doctor. So whenever the user places the cursor or mouse pointer on this text, so the abbreviation of this DR is doctor. So this output should be displayed. Whenever the user places the cursor pointer on this text, the output should be displayed like this: doctor. So this particular text is abbreviated text. So in such a cases, this DR is indicated by using a tag called as abbreviated tag, ABR. So this content will be displayed by using ABR tag, abbreviation tag. So in this abbreviation tag, I am writing one more thing. So whenever the user places the cursor on this, so the abbreviated text is doctor should be displayed on this thing. So in such a cases, I am taking an attribute called as title is equal to doctor. So this is the abbreviated text. So whenever user places the cursor on this abbreviated text, the doctor will be displayed on the screen. So this is the first tag. So we'll see the next one, second tag. So we'll discuss the second tag, that is B tag. So B tag is used to display the bold text. Let us say, for example, I want to display a text like this: CSE in bold letters. Bold indicates thick letters. So that thick letters will be displayed by using a tag called as B. If you write like this: B CSE/B. So which indicates that the text CSE will be displayed in bold letters. So this is second one. So next we will discuss one more thing, that is third tag, that is center tag. So this tag, center tag, is used to display the text at the center or middle of the line. It displays the text at the center or middle of the line. We'll see one simple example. Let us say, for example, I am taking a HTML file /HTML file. So I want to display the text CSE in the middle of the line or center of the line. So I can write a statement like this: so body /body. If I write a statement like this: CSE. So generally the web browsers displays all the text in left alignment. So if you write like this CSE will be displayed here in the left side. But you want this text to be displayed in the middle or center of the line. So in such a cases, I can write a tag called like this: center/center. If you don't use this tag, then CSE will be displayed at the left side. If you use this tag, it will be displayed at the center of the line. Okay, next, this is third tag, and next one, fourth one. DEL tag. So DEL tag is used to display deleted text. Let us say, for example, I want to display CSE and a line should be passed through this text. This is called as line through text or deleted text. If you want to display this kind of text, you have to use a tag called as DEL. So I can write a statement like this: DEL CSE/DEL. If you write a statement like this, then this text CSE will be displayed like this. This is called line through text or deleted text. So next we will see one more example, one more tag, that is fifth one, font tag is used to apply some low level styles to the text. Let us say for example, I want to display CSE, the text CSE in red color. That too, this red colored text should be displayed with size 7. So I can write a statement like this: font color is equal to red. So I have to display this red color text with size 7. Let us say for example 7. Size is equal to 7 and the text is CSE and the font is font tag. This is starting tag, this is ending tag. So this is 5th one. So you'll see one more tag, that is 6th one. So italic tag. So it is used to display the text in italic style. Let us say for example I will write something like this: I CSE / I. So this statement displays the text CSE in italic letters. So one more tag, that is 7th one. Q tag. So it is used to display the text with quotes. Let us say for example, this is CSE department. I want to display the text in this format. So in such a cases I can write a statement like this: this is, so quote should be, so CSE department should be quoted with some text like this: CSE Q CSE / Q CSE department. So if you write a statement like this, this is the normal text, CSE will be displayed with quotes, department will be again normal text. So this is one example. So we'll see one more example, that is superscript. So it is used to display a superscript to the text. Let us say for example, I have to display a square plus b square in the web page. So this 2 is called as superscript. That superscript will be indicated by using a tag called as SUP. I can write a statement like this: A SUP, superscript tag 2, and next one is plus, next one is B, next one is superscript SUP 2 / SUP. So if you write a statement like this, so A is normal text, 2 is superscript, plus is again normal text, B is again normal text, 2 is superscript. So A square plus B square. So this will be, so this piece of code displays A square plus B square. Next one, let us say for example, 9th tag, subscript. So it is widely used to define chemical formulas. Let us say for example, you have to display the chemical formula of water, that is H2O, in the web page. So in such a cases you can use a tag called as subscript. Here the subscript is called 2. So for that purpose I can write a statement like this: H subscript SUB 2 / SUB O. So H is normal text, O is normal text, and 2 is subscript. So we can, this statement, this piece of code in HTML will displace this and below.
In this class we will discuss the basic HTML tags, so which is also called as a basic text markup. So all these HTML tags are referred from one website, that is www.w3schools.com. Of course, the HTML is always maintained by a consortium. That consortium is called as www.w3schools.com. Now if you just take the taxonomy of HTML tags. So all the HTML tags are broadly classified into two types. The first one is container tags and the second one is empty tags. Now what do you mean by container tags? Container tags are the tags which contains content, and that content will be preceded by a opening tag and succeeded by a closing tag. Such a type of tags are called as container tags. We have different types of container tags in HTML like bold tag, italic tag, underline tag, etc. So coming to the second category of HTML tags, that is empty tags. So empty tags are the tags which doesn't contain any content, it doesn't contain any closing tags. It only contains a starting tag. So such a type of tags are called as empty tags. So we have different kinds of empty tags like HR, which represents a horizontal line, BR, which inserts a break line, and we have image tag, input tag, and likewise. Now coming to the next one, we'll discuss the basic HTML tags from this slide. So the first one, that is BR tag. So BR defines a break tag. So this break tag always inserts a line break whenever it is required. Now we'll see one simple example. So let us consider here I have written a sample code like this. So welcome BR to BR HTML. So if you just take this program, first I have written some text like welcome. So since it is treated as a text, that text will be displayed on the screen by the web browser. Now in the second statement, that is I have written one statement, that is BR tag. Whenever the browser encounters BR tag, it automatically inserts a line break. So the cursor immediately jumps to the second line. So now we are here, we are in the second line. So after that I have written one statement, that is to. So whenever the browser encounters a text, it displays that text on the second line. So now since we are on the second line, so it displays to. So after that we have written BR tag. Whenever the browser encounters a BR tag, it automatically inserts a line break. So now the cursor jumps to the third line. Now we are in the third line. So after that I have written one statement, that is HTML. So since this is treated as a text by the web browser, so this web browser automatically displays that HTML text on the third line. So finally we will get an output, welcome to HTML, in 3 different lines by using this sample piece of code. Coming to the second basic tag of HTML, that is HR tag. A HR tag defines a horizontal line. So we'll see this one with an example. So I have written a statement like this: Department of Computer Science and Engineering and HR tag. So Department of Computer Science and Engineering is treated as a text by the web browser. So since it is treated as a text, that text will be automatically displayed on the web browser as an output. So after that I have written a statement like this, HR tag. So since this HR tag is a block level element always starts on a new line. So in such a cases, the cursor jumps from first line to second line. So in that second line, a horizontal line will be displayed. So this will be a sample output for this program. So we'll discuss next example, this second example for horizontal tag. So here I have written one more statement, Vignan's Lara Institute of Technology and Science. So since this statement is treated as a text by the web browser, so that text will be displayed automatically on the screen as an output. So after that I have written one tag that is called as HR tag. So since this HR tag is a block level element, so block level elements have 2 characteristics. I will discuss one here. So that is a block level element always starts on a new line. So from first line to second line the cursor will jump, and in the second line horizontal line will be displayed. So after that I have written Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So the second characteristic of block level element is, so whatever the text that is followed by a block level element, so that text will also be displayed on the new line. Here in this scenario, the text which is followed by HR tag is Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So in such a cases, the cursor jumps from second line to third line. So on the third line, Department of Computer Science and Engineering will be displayed. So this is a sample output for example 2. Now we'll move on to the next tag, that is superscript tag. So SUP, it defines a superscript tag. I have given one example here. A plus B is treated as a text. So web browser displays that text on the output screen, A plus B as it is. So after that I have written one tag, that is superscript. This 2 is displayed as a superscript for the text A plus B. So this is the sample output. Now one more tag, that is subscript tag. It defines a subscript. So here I have shown one sample example, the chemical formula of water, that is H2O. So here H is treated as a text and O is treated as a text. So whereas 2 is treated as a subscript for the text H. So this will be the sample output for this program. So we will see one more tag, that is a pre-tag. So pre-tag is used for indicating pre-formatted text. We'll see with an example. So let us consider an example like this. I have written 3 statements. Welcome to HTML. This is our sample HTML program. So the first line, that is welcome. So that text will be displayed on the output screen. So welcome, you will get welcome. After that, in our program, we have a line break. We have some extra lines. So if you are going to place some extra lines in your program, then that web browser removes all that extra lines or all that extra spaces from your program. So after that you have written statement 2. So that statement 2 will be treated as a text and it will be placed beside welcome text in the output screen. So after that you have some extra spaces or extra lines in your program. So the web browser automatically clears all these extra lines or extra spaces and it won't display all these extra lines or all these extra spaces in your output. So that's why you don't get all these extra spaces or extra lines in your output. If you clearly observe this output, you will find this thing. So after that I have written HTML. So that HTML will be displayed on the output screen. After that you have an extra line in your program. That extra line will be removed automatically by the web browser. So that extra line will not be displayed in your output screen. So this is the main disadvantage here. That's why we'll see one more example. So consider this example. Here I have used one pre-tag. So the same example, welcome to HTML, but I have used pre-tag. Whenever you are using pre-tag, so your text will be displayed on the output screen as it is. What you have typed in your program, so that will be displayed as it is on the output screen. So if you have written something like this, welcome, so that welcome will be displayed on the output screen. After that you have placed one empty line in your program. So in the previous case, in the previous scenario, the web browser has automatically removed that extra line. But here in this example you have placed a tag called as pre-tag. So since you are using this pre-tag, that extra line will also be displayed in your output because you are using pre-tag. So after that that text will be displayed, and after that you have some empty line. That empty line will also be displayed in your output. So HTML will be displayed and an extra line. That extra line will also be displayed in your output screen because you are using pre-tag in your program. Whereas in the previous scenario you are not using pre-tag, that's why you are not getting output in 3 different lines. But here you are using pre-tag, your output will be displayed in 3 different lines. This is the difference between previous example and present example. See here. So you have used welcome text, so that will be displayed on the output screen. After that you have used some empty line, that empty line is also displayed on the output screen. After that you have used some empty lines, so that empty lines will be also displayed on the output screen. After that you have closed the pre-tag. After that 2HTML is displayed. So here also, since you are using pre-tag here, so that empty lines or extra lines will be also displayed on the output screen. So this is the main difference between all these examples. So the next tag is p tag. It defines a paragraph tag. So I have written one example here. So welcome to HTML. After that welcome to HTML will be displayed on the output screen. So after that I have used a tag called as p tag. Here p tag is called as block level element. So in the previous examples also we have discussed two key characteristics of a block level element. First thing, a block level element always starts on a new line, and the statements which are followed by a block level element always starts on a new line. Since P is a block level element, the text which is followed by p tag, that is HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is an interpreted language. It was developed by Tim Berners-Lee. It is maintained by World Wide Web Consortium. So up to here all this text will be displayed on the new line, because the important characteristics of block level element is the text which is followed after a block level element will be displayed on a new line. So after that we have one more statement after this p tag. So that is the latest version of HTML is HTML5 introduced in the year 2009. So this is the text which is followed by block level element. So this statement is also displayed on the new line. So this is the example. So the important attribute of p tag is align. So here welcome to HTML, I have used a text called as welcome to HTML. So since I am using the attribute align is equal to right, this text will be aligned to right side. So like this. We'll see one more example. So welcome to HTML. So I have defined a text like this, and I am using an attribute align is equal to center. Since the alignment is center, this welcome to HTML will be displayed on the center of the first line. So next tag is h1 to h6. So they define HTML headings, where h1 is the first level of headings, h2 is second level of headings, h3 is third level of headings, h4 is fourth level of headings, h5 is fifth level of headings, h6 is sixth level of headings. Here h1 represents the largest level of headings, h6 represents smallest level of headings. So since you are writing h1 welcome to HTML, it will be displayed with first level of heading, that is the largest level of heading. Since you are using h6 with welcome to HTML, since h6 is the smallest level of heading, so it will be displayed with smallest level of headings like this. Next one. So strike tag, it is used to display a line through text or deleted text or strike through text. So since you are using Department of Computer Science and Engineering with strike tag, so it will be displayed like this. A text Department of Computer Science and Engineering with a line through. This is called as deleted text or line through text. Next. Underline, next tag is underline tag. So it displays an underlined text like this. So since I am using Department of Computer Science and Engineering with U tag, underline tag, so you will get an output like this. So Department of Computer Science and Engineering with underlined text. So next one, font. A font tag always applies low level styles to the text. So this font has different types of attributes. First one is color. We can define different types of values for these attributes like red, green, blue and magenta. So next attribute is size. So this attribute can be given the values with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we'll see one simple example. Here in this example, welcome to HTML. So since this text has given an effect called as color is equal to red. Here color is attribute, font is called as a tag. For this tag, font, this is the tag, font, color, this is attribute, this is attribute value. Once again I am repeating, font is tag, color is attribute, here red is called value, attribute value. So since you are applying red color style, so this text welcome to HTML will be displayed in red color. Now next, see here, welcome to HTML. So here font tag, color is attribute, red is value. So since you are applying red color to this text, so welcome to HTML will be displayed with red color. Now you are applying a style called as size is equal to 7. So this welcome to HTML will be displayed with a size, font size 7. So this is the output. Next one, marquee tag. So it is used to move the text from left to right or right to left or from up to down or down to up. So here I have written something like this, welcome to HTML. So I have used marquee tag for this welcome to HTML. Here I have not shown any output, but it is not practically possible to show the output of marquee tag in PPT. I have not presented here output. So if you are writing a piece of code like this welcome to HTML, the text will be scrolling from left to right in your web page. So we cannot represent scrolling of text in PPT. I have not displayed the output here. So but actually in this output, welcome to HTML will be displayed in the web page from left to right. So this is the program output. So next tag is mark tag. It is used to highlight a text. So I have written something like this. This text is highlighted. By default, this text will be highlighted with yellow color. So like this. This is your output. Next one, center tag. It is used to display the text at the center of a particular line. See here I have written some statement like this, welcome to HTML. So that welcome to HTML will be displayed at the center of the first line because I am using a tag called as center. So this will be output, welcome to HTML, that will be displayed at the center of the first line of your web page. Coming to the next tag, that is bold tag or strong tag. It displays the text in bold format. So since I am using welcome to HTML with bold tag, so that text will be displayed with thick letters on your web page. So next one, next tag is italic tag. It displays the text in italic font. So here I can write a statement like this, I welcome to HTML/I. So if I write a statement like this, welcome to HTML is a text which is displayed in italic font. So this is your output on the web page. We'll move to the next one, that is Q. So it is used to define quotes to a particular statement. Let us say, for example, I have written a statement like this, this is, let us say I am using Q like this, this is CSE/Q department, DEPT department. So if I write a statement like this, then your output will be like this. This is treated as text. So that text will be automatically displayed on the output screen. After that I have used some Q tag. So Q tag is used to display a text in quotes, CSE, and it will be displayed on the quotes. So next I will get department. So this is your output screen. This is your output for this particular statement. We'll see one more simple example. So ABBR, this is the basic HTML tag. It displays abbreviated text. let us say for example, this is output page. In this output page this is an output page. Output page should be displayed with a window which contains this is header section and this is body section. So in the body section I have to display Dr. Ravi. I have to display a text like this, Dr. Ravi. So whenever the user places cursor on this text DR, its abbreviation doctor should be displayed on the output screen. I think the output should be clear. Is clear. So the output is Dr. Ravi. Whenever the user places a cursor on the text DR, so the web page should automatically display the abbreviated version doctor on the output screen. So you have to write a piece of code like this. Ravi, it is a normal text. Ravi should be displayed on the output screen. So next DR. So DR should be displayed as an abbreviated text. So since it is displayed, since it should be displayed by using abbreviated tag, so I have to write this DR tag inside ABBR, abbreviation tag. So in this abbreviation tag I am using an attribute called as title. So title is equal to doctor. I am closing abbreviation tag. So Ravi will be displayed automatically on the screen. Since I am using DR text inside ABBR tag, so since DR will be treated as an abbreviation, whenever the user places cursor on this DR text, here I have written title is equal to doctor. That doctor will be displayed here. So this is the sample output.